Honorable members, fellow South Africans, Bagaetsu, Dumelang. This is South Africa. It's a land of contrasts where hope overcomes fear, where light shines through the dark, where good triumphs over evil. This is South Africa, where every generation faces its own struggle, the fight against colonialism, the fight against apartheid. We have overcome these struggles. We can overcome anything. This is South Africa, a place of reconciliation and forgiveness, where one man spent 27 years in prison so that we could all be free. He remains our moral icon. This is South Africa, a place of unimaginable beauty and extreme deprivation, where the majesty of the landscape is blighted only by the poverty of its people. This is a scar on our collective conscience. This is South Africa, home of the best constitution in the world, a progressive charter specifically tailored to overcome our painful past, in which our social rights are enshrined alongside our civil rights. This is South Africa. It is the country we love, the country we live for, the country that we fight for, and the country we will die for. Honorable members, we are here to make a choice. The choice that we will make today will determine the future of every South African. Today, we can choose corruption or we can choose opportunity for all. We can choose to sit back while our state is captured by the greedy and the corrupt, or we can stand up against state capture. We can choose to elevate one man above the law, or we can fight for every person to be equal before the law. We can choose to let one man enrich himself, or we can help millions to free themselves from poverty. To put it plainly, Deputy Speaker, we can choose between Mr. Zuma or we can choose South Africa. That is the choice that each of us have to make today. When we make this choice, we must remember that whatever party we represent here, we are all members of Team South Africa. Many of us in this house share the same hopes and the same fears. We all want a better tomorrow. Yes, we have our differences, but we are actually not sworn enemies. The people who voted for us to stand up for them, not to fight each other. They put us here so that we can work together to find solutions to our country's challenges. Let us not forget that before 1994, South Africans came together from across the political divide to map our shared future. The negotiators of our constitution were able to reach across and find each other across a much wider divide than the one we have in this house today. Yet 2 decades later, we struggle to find common ground in the interests of all South Africans. And it is because we're constantly distracted by one man. Indeed, the only time we ever talk about our constitution in this house is when we debate how our president violated it. Surely it's not right. And today we have an opportunity to say to the people of South Africa that you, the people, matter more than the politicians. Today we have a chance to show that Team South Africa, we want the best for South Africa. A South Africa free from poverty, a South Africa free from unemployment, a South Africa that works, a country that treats its job creators as heroes, a country that says to the world that we are open for business, a country that says to the unemployed, you have a future and a hope. We have a chance to build a South Africa based on fairness and justice, a country where the innocent are protected, a country where powerful people who abuse their power face the consequences. This one man who holds us back from fulfilling the dreams of our people, I think you all know who that man is, because many of you have been speaking out against him. We agree, Linta Temuchecha, who says that the ANC leadership must choose between the president on one end and the ANC and the people of South Africa on the other hand. Babum Tembu, I agree with you, Mau Shouti. We should, as the NEC, step down, given that we have messed up. All these things happened under our watch. Honorable Hanekom is absolutely correct when he says, enough is enough. Clean up time. We love our country. Honorable Mutwaledi made an excellent point when he said, it's not because it's Praveen, but because I don't believe this should happen to anybody. And of course, Honorable Mngesi, uthetinyani soxawuthi, we must deal with corruption, whether it's by a politician or a public servant. It's not so often that we agree in this house. Today, we have a chance to make this agreement work for our country. Because together we can bring an end to this destructive chapter in our history. Together we can fulfill the role of this house, which is to hold the executive to account. I know that there are men and women in the ANC benches who want to do the right thing today. If you allow yourself to be guided by the conscience and do your duty to your country, we can achieve something great in this house. I'm asking you to take South Africa's side today. Whatever you choose, history will remember you for that choice. If you choose Mr. Jacob Zuma ahead of your country, you will live with the consequences of your decision. A vote against this motion is a vote for state capture. It is a vote for corruption. It is a vote for theft. It is a vote for power abuse. And yourself today, will your conscience allow you to inflict another 3 years of Mr. Zuma on our country? For since he came into office, 2.2 million more South Africans have joined the ranks of the unemployed. Our country's debt now stands at almost 50% of our GDP, with our debt repayment the fastest growing line item in our budget. As we sit here today, our economy is hurtling towards junk status. Expressing support for the president today will seal our fate. Honorable members, fellow South Africans, what we need today is we need the best possible leadership available as we head into turbulent days. And I want to ask everybody in this house today, let us not think of ourselves as members of a particular party or as politicians, but as South Africans. Let us put South Africa first. You see, too often we think of ourselves in this house as yellow, red, or blue. But all of those colors are together in our rainbow flag. We can put the flag first today. We must put South Africa first. Let us do this vote for the unemployed, the marginalized, and the downtrodden. Let us rise above our differences and put the people of this country first. I so ask you. Thank you very much.